Y'all, today is the day for a video that I have been waiting so long to do, and I am so excited. So, little backstory here. So I went to the University of Georgia for a semester and then decided to get married and decided it would be best if I did school online so I could travel with Cortland. Long story short, so in that semester I learned a ton of things that I believe need to be shared because surviving your first semester of college is hard. And it's just good to know things before you get there and experience them the hard way. So I have a slew of tips. And I think it's gonna take a little long for me to explain all of them in one video. So what I'm gonna do is do like 2 or 3 parts because I keep adding and adding and adding. And it's getting really long and I wanna give y'all all the information I can. So today I think we're gonna stick with 5 tips. And I hope you get a lot of information out of them. And I hope they're helpful. Because I wish I knew these things before I went to college. Hard. Anyway, so the first one is study regularly, okay? I have listed under study regularly, you need to have a schedule, you need to have a set place, you need to have a dedicated place. And by that I mean you need to find a place that you like, whether it be in your dorm, whether it be in a certain building outside of your building where you dorm. I said that really weird. Outside of your dorm, just studying in the same place every time, it helps you remember things. I don't really know the science behind it, but I took a class on it and I started doing it and it really does help. And say you have a desk, put it by a window, get you a plant, make it pretty, hang some pictures, just whatever makes you feel at home and lets you concentrate and really think about things and soak things into your brain. Do that and stick to it every single time. I also said have a schedule. You're gonna wanna dedicate a certain amount of time for each class. You're gonna wanna set aside time for yourself, for your friends, for whatever it is you do outside of your study time. But look, you might be studying now, but I promise you when you get to college, you will be studying even more. It's just that. And the thing is you're gonna have some hard classes that first semester and you are going to need to grind every single day. But that next semester, you may not have a really hard class and you may have all the free time in the world, but that's just how it goes. And so you're gonna have to get used to putting studying first. And there are tips that follow along with that, but I'm just gonna go in order of my list because there's too many to keep up. All right, tip number 2. Don't expect to not have a place in college. If you're a weird kid like me and you walk in there and you're like, oh, I like lifting. None of you probably do, but guess what? I joined the powerlifting team and although I didn't really get far into it, if I would have stayed, I definitely could have. And the people there just like, you know, they understood the things that I understood and that I liked and it was cool. And there are all kinds of things, like you can get involved. There is something for you to do, I promise. I also got involved in BCM, which is Baptist Collegiate Ministries, and that was my home. Like that was my safe place. And I met so many great people who just believed the same things I did and I could talk to and they became my best friends. So definitely look on your school website. There should be a building, I forgot what it's called. I don't know, but there's some kind of building you can go to and you can look at all the things. What is wrong with my watch? Oh, there's also like recreational sports. And say there was something that didn't exist by chance and you and a few other people wanted it to, you can make that happen. Tip number 3 is don't change for others. That kind of goes along with there's a place for everyone. You can find people who have the same interests and beliefs and everything you do. Like there's no reason for you to try to fit in when you already fit in. Okay, like for example, like I did not go to parties because I'm not a partier, okay? But the majority of people at the University of Georgia were partiers. Did I say I went to the University of Georgia before? I think I did. Anyway, so yeah, that was, I mean, I tried it like once. I didn't like it, I never did it again. So yeah, I stuck to studying, I stuck to my church group, I stuck to working out. I woke up every single morning at like 5 or 6 and went straight to the gym and then went to my classes. But you just have to find that thing that you like to do and find your set schedule and do those things when you can do them. But what was I even saying? Oh yeah, don't change for others. There is no reason. How many tips was that? Okay, tip number 4, roommates. Okay, there's a lot I can say about roommates. 1, don't be afraid to not pick a particular roommate. If you have a random roommate, you have no idea who they are. 1, they could end up being your best friend. 2, you don't really speak to each other. Whatever, that could happen either way. Whether you pick someone that you think you're gonna get along with all year and be best friends with, you may not end up liking them. They may end up being the complete opposite of you, and you may be a clean freak and they may leave their underwear laying on the floor every day. But that's just how it is. So don't be afraid of your roommate, just go with the flow. Be comfortable with your roommate, okay? I mean, you share a room, and I mean, it's a small space. You're gonna have to somewhat be comfortable with them even if you're not friends. You know, you just, you know, talk about things before you get there. You may like walking around naked, but they probably don't want to see that. But you know, they might not care, so just ask. And if you're not comfortable with something and they start doing something, you need to tell them right away, because you're gonna hate the rest of your school year if you don't. For me and my roommates, we made a rule board and we put it in the living room. We had like a kind of apartment style dorm room. And so we said things like wash your own dishes, eat your own food. Just, we ask that you please don't blare your music when we're trying to sleep, because sleep was minimal for me. It just was, because I got up really early to go to the gym, and that's just how I work. And even though I ended up not being able to sleep at night, I still woke up and go to the gym. Went to the gym. My 5th tip is go outside, find friends, be adventurous, just find something to do other than study. You're going to need a study break. I promise you, it will take a toll on your body and you're gonna need to reward yourself. So go find something to do. Whether it just be go take a walk, maybe you like to Eno, go find some trees to hang your Eno on. Go to the library, find a new book. Just go outside. Find some people you can connect with. And that first semester, like those first few weeks, everybody's gonna be really awkward, like you're walking in like a preschooler and be like, hey, you wanna be my friend? And do that. Because that's how you make friends, and that's how you have a good semester, good school year, good rest of college, career. You need people that you can trust and that you can study with. I'm out of breath, I'm talking really fast. But the point is just put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. If you're really awkward around somebody and you're like, holy crap, I'm really embarrassed, I hope I never see them again, you probably won't ever see them again. I mean, odds are your campus is pretty big. You'll probably never see them again. So don't worry about it. And if you do, they're not gonna remember. So just don't take things too seriously. Anyway, that's my 5 tips. I'm going to do more, I promise, and I'm so excited about it because this is honestly so much fun, because you need these things, I promise, and I wish I knew them. So please watch my next few videos on this, because this is going to help you, I promise. Anyways, to the point, thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like, and feel free to comment, ask me questions, DM me questions, whatever you want, whatever you need to know. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.